Hey guys, so this is a video about me getting some really cool but really dirty cloth nappies from somebody off of Facebook. They were in incredibly bad condition. It's quite amazing how gross nappies can get if you do not have a good wash routine. And basically, if you just do not take care of them the correct way and are given bad information or wrong information, and you follow that, and well, this is a good video for exactly what can happen in situations like that. Basically, I'm trying to restore these nappies back to what they were before, or hopefully at least somewhat of what they were before. The lady had given them to me for free, so they actually cost her about $1,000. She didn't have a good wash routine. She used them for two children, and I'm assuming that she used them for anywhere from 4 to 6 years. It's just quite amazing how dirty these things were, and while they looked really bad to start with when they were dry and I hadn't touched them at all, I didn't actually realize how bad they were until I started washing them. I don't want to bash the lady for how she cleaned her cloth nappies. I'm sure if she saw this, she would be able to accept really quickly that clearly she did not wash them properly, and that's not her fault. She didn't know. She obviously didn't have the help, she didn't have the advice, and that's why basically I'm creating this video. I will be doing a video in future on how I clean my cloth nappies and how I keep them nice and white and clean, and they do not have marks on them. If they do, I can let you know how I fix that. However, it's very rare that I do have a mark left on them. I am cloth diapering my 1-year-old currently. I've been doing it since she was a newborn. After the first week is when I started. I started off with putting them all straight into the bathtub. I filled the bath with really hot water halfway, and I added 1 cup of vanish and half a cup of laundry detergent. Then I added all of the inserts and I left them for the rest of the night. It's recommended to leave them for about 2 to 4 hours. However, these were clearly very disgusting and I had started it at night time. I was tired, so I left it until the morning. In the morning, I had wrung them all out. That was the water. It's quite shocking how gross they were. And that wasn't even the beginning. Like, that was the beginning, but yeah, it was bad. After that, I wrung them all out and I put them in the washing machine on a hot wash on the longest cycle that my machine does. Now, I have a top loader, so my machine actually does not go for that long. Its average cycle is probably about half an hour and its long cycle is about 45 minutes. So it really doesn't wash for that long. If you did have a front loader that washed for longer, or even a top loader that has a option to wash for longer, I definitely do that. And just put it on the longest cycle that your machine does. If you have a top loader like mine, I'd possibly add a soak if you have that option. I'll just stop your machine and come back to it after an hour or two and then start it again. My machine does have a 2-hour soak option. However, I didn't consider putting it on for this one. I just wanted to quickly rinse it all out and start the process again. The next time I decided that I would bleach them. It was kind of pointless doing this because I should have just chucked them straight back into another strip wash. However, I put bleach in the bathtub with a bunch of hot water once again, filled it halfway, added all of the nappies in, or just the inserts, no covers. Once they had finished soaking for about 4 to 6 hours, I wrung them all out and put them into the washing machine again on another hot wash cycle. I think I possibly may have done a soak this time. And basically after that was done, I had put it back in the machine, had washed them through, and then put them in the bathtub. And yes, that's where this video begins. I hope you enjoy it. So here I have the strip wash. Now this is the second time that I've done the strip wash. What I've got in here is borax, bicarb soda, and laundry detergent. I will put in the description below the amounts that I did use. Now, it has been soaking for about 4 hours in this really hot solution, but now the water is cold. You can see it is quite gross. Okay, so I've done that now, and this is the condition of the water after only 4 hours, and this is the second strip, which is absolutely disgusting. It doesn't even look that bad. There we go. That's more of a true colour. That's really gross. And these still aren't where I'd like them to be. Some of them are better than others, like probably this one. Yeah, that one's not that bad. It's much whiter. But yeah, some of them are just, they're just gross still. Okay, so I am just going to put all of the inserts inside of the machine and turn it on hot, and I'm just going to put it on the longest cycle that it will do, and I'll see how much junk will end up coming out of these. And I'm just going to power it on, put it on the hottest cycle and heavy duty wash, and click start. So I have Indy here with me, and she's going to help me with her nappy laundry. I'm going to be putting the nappies back into the bathtub on a strip wash. I think there's probably a lot more inside of the nappies. Okay, so I'm going to put in half a cup of laundry detergent. Currently I'm just using this one, Almat from Aldi, just a cheap brand. You can use any brand of laundry detergent really. And 1 cup of vanish, so a little bit more than half a cup. Super hot water, as hot as you can get it really. So they aren't looking too bad. They aren't the best still. There is some better than others, like this one. There is quite a difference between the two of them, and they've been through the exact same process. So I guess some of them were cleaned better than others, or more often. Well, I'm not sure. There are some that are bad, like this one. You can see all the poo stains on them, and they're quite nasty. So yeah, we'll see how this one goes. I'm going to put it in the strip wash for 2 to 4 hours on this one. I'm not sure. We're going to need to do another one of these. So this one's been crying. So she's going to join me again. Hey. Yeah, it's a camera. So I'm just going to put all of these inside the bath now. Do you want to help? You put them in? Good job. Put them in. Good job. Put the inserts in the bath. In the bath. Good girl. Good job. That's the last one. Push. Every half an hour or an hour or so. I'll just be moving it all around just to make sure that all parts of the inserts are being attacked by the laundry detergent. No, not your toes. No toes in the bath. It's too hot. So I have both the kids helping me at the moment. The nappies have been soaking for 4 hours now.
The bomb is the white, it's the bomb, and the white, the bomb, no.
Are they nappies?
Mommy.
Yeah. Mummy's cleaning them, huh? Because they're really dirty. Hey. So we're going to wring them all out and put them back into. I'm actually using a bathtub, infant bathtub right now because my basket's filled with clothes, which works out well actually because there's no holes in it. So if there's too much water, I don't have to worry about it going onto my floor. So,
Mommy.
yes, sweetie.
Circus.
Eli, don't tip out the laundry powder everywhere.
Sorry.
Okay, so that is the water, and it is absolutely disgusting. It honestly looks worse in person than what's coming up on the picture. That is the, I think, 4th strip wash now, which is just ridiculous because clearly there's just so much build up in these nappies. So I'm going to chuck these into a hot wash at the moment in the washing machine on the longest cycle that my machine does, and we'll see how they come out after that. Hey guys, excuse my appearance, it is the next day. I basically ended up putting them in a long wash, but I tried to keep my machine going. My machine only washes for about 45 minutes on its longest cycle, so I just kept resetting it back to the beginning. So I washed for probably closer to an hour and a half, maybe just over that. And then I put it in again on another hot wash cycle, except this time I put it on a soak as well. So now that's finished. It's looking pretty white from what I can see, but they're looking pretty good. This is just one of them, and I'm pretty happy with how they're turning out. You see how it's just really dark in the middle? It is slightly a different fabric in the middle, however, it is definitely not just the fact that it's a different fabric. So I think there's still like more just deep in there. However, the sides are doing really well and the surfaces of the fabric's doing well. It is slowly getting inside. So we are getting somewhere. They are looking pretty good. This one's still got some darkish to it. I don't know if that's going to fully ever come out on this one. It's grey, it's not brown, like I don't think it's poo. I have a feeling it is just possibly Panadol stains even. But yeah, so I guess we'll see how they turn out. I'm gonna see how we go. I'm gonna put these back in the bathtub for another strip cycle. This will be the 5th, I believe now. This is what we're up to. Okay, so I have put them all in. They have literally not even been in for 2 minutes yet. And the water is starting to become discoloured. So obviously, even though that they're looking much whiter, there's clearly many more stains.
Help it, Mommy.
Yeah, you're helping Mummy. I think I'll be doing this soak for about 4 hours and then they'll go back in the washing machine again. Hey guys, so the nappies have finished their strip wash. They've been soaking for, I think, possibly 5-6 hours, maybe even longer. Not too sure. I went out and we went to the river and had a nice walk out with the kids and had a little bit of a swim. So this is all of it at the moment, and I'm going to bring them all out and show you what the water looks like once we are done. So I finished this wash cycle now. I've got Miss Indica here. You say hi. Hi. And now I'm just going to take a look at how these nappies turned out. So they went through 2 hot long wash cycles with a soak, and at the very end of both it did a rinse extra. They just do a cold rinse automatically. You can't choose the heat on the rinse. So I'm going to take a look at how they look. Alright, so that one's looking pretty good. So I have a feeling this one was blue, not this odd colour. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but there's like a tinge of blue. However, it looks pretty clean. So yeah, they're looking really clean now. This one's probably the dirtiest I've looked at so far, so there's a bit of a stain just there and on this side. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do. I still have to decide now whether or not I'm going to put them in a hot wash, or if I put them in a strip cycle, or if I start bleaching them. I don't know. I'm not sure. To how much bleach I'm putting in. Pretty sure it's not supposed to be a hell of a lot, but I think they need a lot, so we'll see how this goes. I'm just doing a couple at a time, so I should probably show you how they look. That's this one. Doesn't look too bad, doesn't look too bad up against the light either. Can't really show you that though because it's a bit difficult with only one hand. So that finally filled. Now I'm going to add all of the inserts. This one doesn't look that bad, however when you stick it up to the light it looks like there's lots of junk in there. So I'm going to go check out how the bleach is doing. So it's probably only been about 5 minutes or so. The water's no different. If it is, it's not much different. I'm just going to keep moving them a little bit every now and then, and I'll probably leave them in there for about 15 minutes. Definitely recommend getting some gloves. I think I'm just going to grab some metal tongs and try and get these into a bucket. Okay, so I'm going to take these ones out now. It's been 20 minutes and I believe that I've put probably way over the recommended dosage of bleach in there. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of difference between this one which was just put in 20 minutes ago and this one which is dry that has not been put in yet. But then again, these are pretty white right now, so we shall see. These also will just be sitting here for a little while, so the bleach is still on it. I think it'll just kind of like continue to eat away. Those ones, they look pretty white. I'm pretty happy with these. I think once these ones have gone in the wash to get rid of all of that bleach, that they will be fine to use on Bub now. However, none of those yet. None of those will be going on any child's bottom just yet. We have these ones which are finished now. They actually do look a bit whiter. I think the colour of the water has changed, but not much, just really slightly. They look really fresh and clean, nothing like they did before. So I'm going to take these ones out and put them into that bucket and put the next lot on. The water's looking a bit darker on these ones, so that's good. It means that there's more stuff coming out of them. I hope that this is the last strip because this is number 6. So I thought I'd just do a little update. These 2 are my ones due to be done. This one, it's not too bad, but on this side it is a bit dark on the sides, and on the back it's not that white. I've got these ones in here that are washing. I don't know if you guys saw, but this one back here was like a purpley blue, and it's gone a really funny colour, and I can't remember if it went this colour every time it got wet or whether or not I have just created a new colour with the bleach. Also, I added heaps more bleach because as I've been taking this out and putting it into the bucket, obviously the water bleach level went down. I basically think there's just under half of this left, and this was full right to the top. This is my bucket. I've just added water, just straight water, and I haven't rinsed any of them, so they're just sitting in here for extra long with the bleach. So I'm noticing here with this one that there's some pink stitching and some blue stitching, and I had no idea that I had pink and blue stitching before. You could not see it. I wouldn't have had a clue. Well, that answers my question. This one is the same as this one over here, except it does not have much colour in it anymore, so it is bleaching it, which is fine. I don't really care. It wasn't that much of a big deal. As long as the inserts end up clean, which they are, I am happy. Keeping the colour is not something I was concerned about. I was just concerned about the dirt. They are looking nice and white, and on the back of this you can see there is absolutely no browning stains in the stitching, just in here. It is completely white and clean. They were already clean beforehand, before they went into the bleach soak. However, I've noticed that it's just whitened that tiny bit more. So it has been some time now. It's probably been about 2-ish hours since I've started. Now I have my full bucket here of all the ones that have gone into the bleach solution, which is just kind of sitting there now in its diluted bleach solution. They are going to have to go in the washing machine on a very hot wash cycle. These ones, I've actually taken out a whole bunch of them. I ran out of space. I have picked all the ones that look half decent. These are all the ones that are still really awful. As you can see, the water is still disgusting. It has gotten considerably worse after squeezing out all of these, but I believe that these ones will be good enough to now go in the washing machine just to get all of the soap out of it and see how much more stuff will end up coming out of them. So I have put the inserts that were bleached in the machine just to rinse them out, just to try and get the bleach off of them a little bit, because I didn't want the bleach sitting on there for too long. I mean, it had been sitting on there for quite a long time as it was. And the inserts that were in the strip wash have now been taken out, and they are in the machine. The really gross ones are still in the bathtub, still attempting to strip. So I'm just going to show you how these inserts turned out. I am super happy. They literally look brand new, other than a few that had the colour dye and stuff on them. The bleach kind of ruined that a little bit, but that's fine. So here we go. We have this one. Don't mind my machine, I must have got some dirt gotten on there. It is so white and nice and pretty. And this one was blue, I believe, or purple, I really can't remember. It does look a little bit gross, but these ones actually looked really good beforehand. They didn't really have much staining on them anyway. There is absolutely no colouring whatsoever there in the stitching. Neither up here or underneath. They are really, really white. There is no staining on any of these. They are all 100% white, back to what they would have been brand new, very lightly used. So yeah, there was this one which the colour was quite a nice bright yellow, especially after they had been strip washed, but the bleach, and it's sitting there for so long, and the bleach did kind of kill it. So I'm going to get back to bleaching. Yeah, I'm super happy. Only took 3 days and 6 strip washes and a bleach, 2 of them actually, but we got here. So currently it is 12 AM and I'm still bleaching and everything. It's a bit crazy. I've just taken out the inserts from the bathtub, the ones that were previously soaking because they weren't finished yet. They still aren't that great. They are not cleaned at all. Here is one that is from previous ones that haven't been bleached yet. It's just been washed in the washing machine. But to show you the difference, between that's not even bleached and yeah, there's a big difference. They're really gross. This is the water. So that's number 6 strip wash. It's much clearer now. There is not a hell of a lot in there. And by the way, the water from the bleach soaks quite clear. Okay, so I have just put a whole lot of bleach in the bathtub. And so now comes the exciting part. I get to put these inserts, like this one with this stain, inside the bleach and see how they turn out. So I've just gotten all of these out of the washing machine. These are all the ones from the last strip wash that weren't so nice, that ended up staying in there for a little bit longer. So there is still a lot of staining. However, that hot wash really did help get a lot of the stuff out of it. So I'm pretty happy with how they look now. There's still this one which isn't looking too great, and there's one in the bathtub that's been bleaching for about half an hour now that had a staining, just a small one, similar to this colour, and it's just not coming out, so I'm thinking it possibly may not. So I just put those ones in, and those ones have been in there for a little while now, and there's just some deeper stains on those. And I've got this bucket here with my ones that have finished. So it's currently 1 AM now, and I am tired, but I really don't want to leave this for tonight. I just want it to be done. Those ones just there need to go in. They're from the last batch, so I'm tired, I'm ready for bed. So I've finished with most of them. The very last lot, which was in the last strip, they are currently soaking right now in the bleach solution. I just had to add more water and some more bleach into the bathtub. The water is a little bit yucky. It's not too bad, but I am noticing this one is actually getting a little bit darkish. They are lightening a little bit so far, so yeah. Whereas these ones, there is still a couple marks that are left. There's not many. They're still pretty white. I'm hoping that once they go in the wash, the marks will lighten up. It just really is shocking how some people treat their cloth nappies. Just to think that these nappies cost about, I think she said around $1,000. Yeah, that's a lot of money just to kind of treat pretty badly. But I don't think she even realised how bad they had become. I think she'd be quite grossed out if she realised how long it took for me to wash these, and even just the colour difference. I honestly don't think that she realised. I think after just so long of using them, she must have forgotten what they actually look like before she started using them. There is a lot of people that will use natural remedies, more natural detergents. They'll use strip washers just using dishwashing detergent, and they just put a couple squirts of that into the washing machine, and well, it doesn't work. It really doesn't. You might think it does, and after a while you've got build up, and it doesn't work. And here's proof it doesn't work. That was about 4, 5, maybe even 6 years worth of doing that, and this was the outcome. 6 strip washers, 2 extreme bleaches later, we're not even where I was kind of hoping that we were going to get. For the most part, I did get what I wanted. A lot of them are really white, however there is still those few that still have marks on them. So yeah, to the hot wash these things go, and hopefully those marks that are left will lighten up on them. Hey guys, so these have gone in the machine last night on a hot wash with no detergent. They went in on a soak, so it was a soak 2 hours with the longer cycle that my machine does, plus the hot water, and this is the first time I'm looking at them, so I'm excited to see how they look. I'm hoping that they are pretty good. I'm definitely going to have to do maybe even 2 more washes. I just really want to make sure that all of that bleach and all of the detergents and everything that I've used is gone. I do not want that on baby's bottom. They also won't absorb, or they won't absorb very well, if you have not gotten all of your soap suds out. So that's another reason why I want to really make sure that everything is gone. So here we go. I'll just grab a few of these. Dropping them. This is amazing. I am really, really, really happy with these. Like, just that one alone is just really fresh and white. You would not believe the difference within what it looked like before and what it looks like now. It's just crazy. So this one does not have a stain on it at all. I'll hold it up to the light. I'm sure you can see that that is way better than what it was yesterday. I guess it is a little bit of a shame that it kind of ruined some of the colours, but that's not really that much of a concern. I'd much rather have nice clean nappies than have colouring with some poo on it. So yeah, these are just amazing. There's just nothing. There's no stains. Nice pretty white nappies. I'm really not looking forward now to doing the covers. I'll show you this last one. I'm not looking forward to doing the covers. The covers, you know, if the inserts were this bad, what are the covers like? I'm sure they're not any better. A couple of them do have a little bit of a funk smell to them, like a little bit like wee. Majority of them don't really smell though, but I'm not game enough to put it straight up to my face. But yeah, so I'm not 100% sure what I'm actually going to do with the covers yet. That's going to be for another video. I'm assuming that's going to be a long process as well, so I think I might give myself a couple days break, since this literally took 3 days and this is the 4th day and I'm over it. But I'm happy. I have my clean now. So thank you if you have watched all the way to the end. You are a trooper. I know that this was a super long video, but this was also a super long process. It took me way too long and it sucked, but it's worth it. So I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope that it helps you, and let me know what you think down below. Have you ever seen nappies like this before? I'd love to hear what you think, and I'd love to hear your comments and your stories about how long it's taken you to get your nappies clean, and if you have any tips for me, leave them down below as well. And don't forget, thumbs up and subscribe if you liked this video. Thank you.